Imagine, though, if Pereira was coming up when John Jones was the champion. That would be exciting.
Yeah.
That would be exciting. Pereira's a different cat, man. Did you hear what Marc Goddard said to me in the fight after he fought Khalil Rountree? Marc Goddard came up to me and goes, "Mate, the sound it makes when he hits them is ungodly." He goes, "I've been doing this for 20 years. He goes, the sound he makes is just different. It's ungodly." He just kept saying that. He wanted to make a point to say this to me. Yeah. He came up to me like immediately when I got into the octagon. He's like, "The sound is ungodly." His power is so different. It's so. Do you know, like, Francis hit that punch pad and he got like 127 or whatever? Pereira got 190.
Oh yeah, that
190.
Yeah, that's
do you know how crazy that is? With a kick, the highest I got was like 157. Some guy got like 190 with a kick. We're pretty impressive. I think some guy might have broken 200 with a kick. Some Muay Thai guy. Pereira did 190 with a punch. With a punch.
Yeah.
And it was after training. He just wallops this fucking thing.
And they come out of nowhere. Like, there's not really a call.
There's no call.
Yeah,
there's no tell. And he doesn't have to hit you full power. Because he has so much power, like those leg kicks that he fucks everybody with, there's no turn of the hips at all. He's just slapping you, and all of a sudden you can't walk well. And then he's like marching you down, and it just takes one shot. His power is so crazy. Different than anybody else's. Because everybody gets hit on the chin. But when you get hit on the chin by that guy, it's like you can't get hit. You get hit, it's like everything is just like, you're like, what the fuck? You can see it in their face.
Yeah, I remember the first time I was here, we were talking about how this guy, Pereira, is the only one who's ever beat Adesanya, and he seems like this fucking assassin. We were like, oh, that's, interesting timeline. Didn't know it would transpire into like this degree of success where not only does he beat him, but then he like switches divisions, fucking smokes that division too. It's
crazy.
Yeah.
Dominated 2 divisions. And the only reason why he didn't stay at light heavyweight, or at middleweight rather, he's literally killing himself to get to 185.
Yeah.
And I think that likely contributed to the KO too. Like, Adesanya landed a perfect right hand. That right hand is going to fuck him up every day of the week, no matter what you weigh. It's just perfect. And the timing, the way he did it, like leaning up against the cage and just looked for the opening and just caught him coming in, bang, dropped him, hit him with a left hook, put the arrows into him when he's down. That KO was perfect. But you got to wonder, like, how much of his inability, like, he went completely unconscious, how much of that is because of the drain, the dehydration? Because we know that the brain takes longer to rehydrate than the muscle tissue.
Yeah.
So, like,
some impact for sure.
Yeah. Fighters always say that it impacts their ability to take a punch. They talk about it like openly. Like, I took punches better when I went up to 55. Like, a good example is Oliveira. Oliveira was like notorious for kind of like folding at 45. He goes up to 55 and he becomes unstoppable.
Yeah. No, it's I'm surprised he ever sucked down to that to begin with. I think it's pretty fucking
He's
crazy.
so big that he was making 185 and then fighting at 226.
That's even more aggressive than the Costa cuts, I think.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he's got the most he had the most aggressive weight cut. Now it's pretty marginal. Now I think he gets into the low 220s, like 222, 20, and then he cuts 15. Not that bad for a big guy with a lot of muscle.